Hello and welcome back to Bradley Leadership. This is our core module number 2. We have these core modules because it's super important that everyone really understands these 2 core modules. Core module number 1 was find your why, right? Do that inner work, know your mission statement. And core module number 2 is self-assessment. How do we become self-aware? Every great leader needs to be self-aware. Now, we have some self-assessments that we can help us with. You might have heard of some of the more legacy brands or companies that have designed software around this. Myers-Briggs is super famous. It comes up with a 4-letter code, like, for instance, INFJ is the most introverted personality code that they use. Or we have a DISC, D-I-S-C, and that is an acronym, obviously, for personality traits. And they're very famous, very popular. There's also some newer ones out on the marketplace. One comes to mind called Kolbe. There are a myriad of them, 5 behaviors. Really, the importance of core module number 2, is that we as leaders start to become more and more self-aware. It's hard to improve oneself when you're not sure where you are, where you started, or even, quote unquote, how you're hardwired. Now, knowing how you're hardwired, we'll be able to accentuate the positives, build up perhaps some of the weak parts of your personality and of your hardwiredness, but that's okay. We also take everybody for who they are. And of course, we use this assessment sometimes to build teams, effective teams. And as you assess your team and you realize, oh, this is how this person likes to communicate. This is how this person reacts to certain environmental changes. This is how this person reacts to stress. We then can utilize our team and put them in the right positions. You wouldn't put the goalie as the striker and you put the striker as the goalie, right? So as we understand our strengths, our weaknesses, our abilities, we become more self-aware. And as we become more self-aware, we start ourselves on a journey of greatness. As we become self-aware, we're able to then see how we can grow line upon line. I like to call it baby steps, untie the knots. You may have heard of a little movie back in the late 80s or so, early 90s. And this baby steps, that helps us assess, where we are, what we're good at. Perhaps we're very good in high stressful situations, but we're not good in one-on-ones. Maybe we're very good in one-on-ones, but we're not very good in front of a crowd. Know yourself. In fact, there's another great line called know thyself, right? So when we know ourselves, how we react, how we respond, we're then able to mitigate either some of the negative responses or negative traits that we might have, and then accentuate the things that we're very good at. Plug in, dive in, lean into what we're very good at. Improve our performance, right? The merit, right? The meritocracy of what we lead, how we lead, and how we assess ourselves is key. And of course, we then can take those assessments and as leaders, apply them to our teams as well. And there's a couple different assessments too. There's assessments that we can take, helps us with our perception. How does our team perceive us? We call those 360 check-ins, right? So sometimes you'll take a survey and we'll poll your team, and your team can then give us feedback of, oh yeah, he's really good in this, or she's really good at that, or I feel that communication at times is lacking and I'm not sure which direction we need to go. And then you're able to find out, oh, okay, I'm really good here, but I need to bolster these characteristics, these traits. Again, it's not about finding your weaknesses or trying to point a finger. Self-awareness is that ability to make sure that we are aware of how we can improve and where we can improve. That's module number 2. It's core. Core module number 2, self-awareness. We use self-assessment, and then we improve our ability to become self-aware, and then we help our teams to become self-aware. And as we're all becoming more and more self-aware, we're all growing together and getting better and better. All right, that's Bradley Leadership Core Module number 2. See you later.